What's going on, guys? Welcome back to WrestleRant Ranks, where every single Monday I, Graham Giason Matthews, do tier list rankings and quizzes. And here today, we're going to be doing an extensive list of every pay-per-view match for WWE in 2011. Now, that is very fucking random, but I came across this on tierlistmaker.com. Thank you to, at however you pronounce that name, Orlean Pinnell. I'm probably botching that. I apologize. Thank you to them for putting this together. It is very random, but I saw this on tierlistmaker.com, and I've always had an affinity for the year 2011 in WWE. Far from a great year overall, but a lot of great moments and matches with CM Punk and John Cena, Randy Orton and Christian, the Hall of Pain from Mark Henry, among other matches and moments, the Return of the Rock and stuff like that. So I saw this tier list and I thought, you know what? Fuck it. Let us rank every pay-per-view match on WWE in 2011. And we won't spend 20 minutes on each match. I will try to do this as quickly as possible. There are 70 matches that were all included here. I assume everything is accounted for, from Royal Rumble 2011 through TLC 2011. Some pretty bad shit in 2011, including Michael Cole versus Jerry Lawler that we'll go through, but also some pretty good programs, some underrated gems, and all of which we will rank from D to S here in this tier list. Thank you to everyone tuning in to this video. I would appreciate it if you gave the video a like, subscribed. More information on how to become a channel member and get videos like this early and ad-free down below is by becoming a WrestleRant All Access Pass channel member. $5 a month gets you videos like this early and ad-free, shout-outs on live streams, badges, emojis, and so much more. More information on that, like I said, down below in the description box. And like I said, just be sure to like this video. The support is greatly appreciated. So let's get going here. Let's not waste any more time. We have, let's see, Jesus Christ, John Morrison and Snooki in Trish Stratus. This was from WrestleMania 27 versus Dolph Ziggler in Laycool. This shit was awful. I mean, the match itself was whatever. Snooki did what she could, but she should have never been in that ring. WWE trying to capitalize off the Jersey Shore buzz at the time. I did not give two shits about that match at all. Not a deplorable match, but should never have made the Mania card. And for Trish Stratus's big in-ring return to be that of all things, an absolute disgrace. Then we get to Air Boom, Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne versus Awesome Truth for the WWE Tag Team titles from Night of Champions. I have very little recollection of the match. I remember it happening. I think Awesome Truth lost by DQ, and they were playing up the whole conspiracy thing at the time. I really don't remember much about the match, but it wasn't bad. I remember that. It was not a terrible match, just not a very memorable match, so we'll put it in the C category. Daniel Bryan and Wade Barrett, quite honestly, a very underrated match from SummerSlam. I've always really, really liked this match. They would go on to have better matches in the years that followed, but it was about damn time that WWE played off of their history from the first season of NXT. Daniel Bryan was originally a member of the Nexus before he got fired, the same night that they debuted. He got fired soon after, with the whole necktie violence thing, as we can all remember from 15 years ago. But they never actually went back to this feud. Now, they were on opposite ends of the Team WWE Team Nexus match at SummerSlam 2010, but they never had a one-on-one match until this match. And I also, like I said, I thought it was a very good match. Far from a meaningful match, they kind of moved away from the feud soon after. I think Barrett won both of those bouts, and that was about it. So for an undercard match at SummerSlam, I really liked it. This was right after Daniel Bryan won Money in the Bank. They just had him lose. They didn't really seem to have any plans for Wade Barrett, unfortunately, but a very good match. Big Show and Mark Henry was exactly what it needed to be from Money in the Bank, a quick squash. I just recently rewatched the Money in the Bank pay-per-view a few months ago on the actual anniversary of the event. Mark Henry won within a matter of minutes. Not a bad match, but I think their other encounters on pay-per-view were better than this one. Like I said, just pretty much what it needed to be. We'll put it in the C category because it's not like it was a great match. John Cena, in the Miz I Quit match from Over the Limit. I don't really remember the quality of this match. We'll go C on that. I might move some of these around. I remember the match more than the tag title match. I think the triple threat cage match, this is in the A category. I thought that was a great WWE title match from Extreme Rules. Morrison, Miz, and Cena. The I Quit rematch, we knew Miz wasn't getting the belt back. Cena never lost an I Quit match in WWE. Hasn't tapped out in over 20 years, including here. So the match was whatever. It was kind of boring. I did not like the finish. The triple threat match from Hell in a Cell with Cena, Del Rio, and Punk for the WWE title, kind of overshadowed by the Awesome Truth interference, with them coming in and costing Cena the belt. Del Rio won the championship on that show. I'll go bottom of B or below. I like Bryan and Barrett a lot more. I think the three-way was good, but they had far better matches over the championship at that point in time. Cena and Truth was a very basic match. The build was way better than the match itself. I will go middle of C. I think R-Truth getting a WWE title opportunity was cool, but the match was barely above average, if at all. Christian and Del Rio from Extreme Rules. I'm biased because I'm a Christian fan. That match was fucking awesome. Christian becoming World Heavyweight Champion was excellent. They had a great match, amazing moment, only to be ruined by Randy Orton on SmackDown days later as a babyface. A babyface Orton. They wanted to turn Christian heel instead. Fuck that, but this was still a great match. Edge celebrating with Christian afterward, and also thwarting the interference of Brodus Clay, the protege of Del Rio on that time on NXT. Orton and Christian, Money in the Bank, probably their weakest match together on pay-per-view. Still I would go B on this. I'll go middle of B. A great match, but their other matches were better. The other matches are definitely A and S category, in my opinion. We have Vengeance. I fucking forgot about this one. Triple H and Punk versus Awesome Truth. Again, a fine match. Punk eating the pin again was fucking bullshit. He lost a lot during that period before finally getting the championship back. We'll go B on this. We'll go bottom of B. I don't remember the match being bad, but like the booking pissed me off. Punk and Del Rio from Survivor Series, great match. I will go below Cena, Del Rio, or Cena, Miz, and Morrison for that one. That was actually when Punk won the belt back and held on to the championship for 434 days. As you all know, Cena Punk, one of the greatest matches of all time, Money in the Bank, easily top of S. No complaints, don't at me. No argument there. Cena and Punk from SummerSlam, also a great match. Their Money in the Bank match was better. I'll go top of A for this one. I mean, it's not remembered as fondly as their other one. I'll go middle of A, but still A. I would not go S. Great SummerSlam match, but their initial match from Money in the Bank was way better. Cody and Ted DiBiase, I was very excited for this match. Call me a mark, but I was very excited that they revisited their history from Team Priceless and Legacy and whatnot. DiBiase was a babyface. They waited way too long to do the match at a point where no one gave a shit, and he did not win. And as soon as he lost, they moved on from the feud. DiBiase was never pushed again in that company, and then he was released in 2013, or he left in 2013. This is a C match. I'll go... people barely even remember it. I'll go bottom of C. The match was fine, but like it's so forgettable, it's hard to kind of even include. Extreme Rules, all the Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole shit, fucking awful. That is D. I'm sorry. That might have been one of the better ones. I mean, that was a country whipping match. I forgot about that. Jack Swagger involved. That whole thing was terrible. God bless Jim Ross for being involved in that shit, but that stuff sucked. Del Rio and Big Show, I remember that match being fucking boring. This is a C quality match. I'll go below Rhodes and DiBiase. I really did not care for that match at all. Del Rio and Punk had a very good match. I will go B on this. They actually always had great chemistry, not to be honest. I think Del Rio, I think nothing of Del Rio nowadays, but back then he and Cena had a pretty good quality of matches. So let's go, we'll go above Orton and Christian. I think the match was very good. Cena getting the belt back so soon after losing it, and Del Rio's grand title win was, overshadowed by Cena tapping him out. The booking decision at the time was ridiculously dumb. I fucking hated that outcome. It made no sense. I think their last man standing match was also very good. Kind of ruined a little bit by interference from Awesome Truth, and then the Night of Champions match was better. I'll go there for that one. Both of those matches, bottom of B, are from Vengeance, actually. Kofi and Del Rio, you would think this was for the IC Championship. It was not. This was from Elimination Chamber. This was right after Del Rio won the Royal Rumble, and they were just kind of keeping him busy. He won the match, and that was it. This was really just an excuse to get him on the show. I totally forgot about this match. A good match, but very forgettable, so we'll go bottom of B, because I remember it was at least a good match. Maybe even top of C, actually. We'll go top of C, because the match was good, but completely forgettable. Del Rio and Edge for Mania was a very good match. I'll go bottom of A for that one. That's an underrated match. It's Edge's final match, television match, before he had to retire like 8 days later. And then he obviously came back in 2020. But the match itself, Del Rio losing was weird. Like, at that point, they were all in on him. Why not just have him win? But it ended up being a great moment for Edge, who retired 8 days later anyway. Royal Rumble, Edge and Dolph Ziggler. Actually an excellent match. I thought they had a really, really fun match on that show. I will go top of A for that one. I really like that match. Eve and Beth, they had a good match, actually. They had a pretty good match. I will go in the B category for this one. Not above, I'll probably go above the tag match. I remember that finish. It was the Glam Slam off the top rope. That was awesome. The rest of the match, I think it was a lumberjill match. It was. It says that in the graphic. The rest of it was whatever, but that finish was great. For the finish alone, it gets bottom of B. The World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber match was an awesome match. I'm going S category for that. I think that's one of the better chambers WWE's done. One of the better matches from that year. Big Show and Mark Henry from Vengeance. The only memorable thing about that match was when the ring exploded. So, again, it's kind of like even Beth, but I think that match was better than this. This match was kind of fucking boring, to be honest with you. So we will go, let's see, middle of C, because that ring collapse spot was sick, even though they had done that before with Brock and Big Show 8 years earlier. Whatever. Mark Henry and Big Show from Survivor Series was better. I think that also ended in a DQ, if I'm not mistaken, which was fucking dumb. I'll put that above that match. Wherever their third match is, I'd probably put it above those two. I mean, they were all kind of C-quality matches. Orton and Henry from Hell in a Cell was very good. It was a pretty good match, actually. We'll go B category on that. We will go below Cena Del Rio Last Man Standing, but above the Beth and Eve match. Their Night of Champions match was pretty much the same thing. I love the story. I'll go above those matches with this one, because that was where Mark Henry won the World Heavyweight Championship. And I really thought Orton would retain and ruin any momentum that Mark Henry had. He did not. Mark Henry won clean, and it was an awesome fucking moment, and it was a good match. So I'll go middle of B for that. Ezekiel and Wade Barrett, though, their whole feud sucked. I mean, Ezekiel Jackson was, he was over. I liked Ezekiel Jackson, but their matches were no good. These are totally C quality. Over the limit, I'll go top of D. This one, I'll go bottom of C. The one over the limit, I remember had a DQ finish, which sucked. The Capital Punishment one, the only good thing about it was that Ezekiel Jackson won the title. I mean, even that wouldn't really be considered all that great, but, you know, people enjoyed that. Kelly, Brie Bella for the Divas title, Money in the Bank, pretty much what it needed to be. That's the best thing I could say about it. I'll go top of D for that one. Not a great match. I thought their SummerSlam match, not Brie, but Kelly and Beth Phoenix was actually really good. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought they went in there and had a really, really good match together. So I'll go above Cena Del Rio, but below Orton and Mark Henry. Kofi and Sheamus from what fucking show? Oh, Extreme Rules Tables match? I completely forgot about this. This was where Kofi won the United States Championship, I think. I mean, whatever. It was a tables match, I think. We'll go here on that one. It was a good match. That's really all that I could say about it. Cole and Lawler Kiss My Foot match was fucking terrible. The worst thing in the entire year. Easily bottom of D. Layla and Michelle was good. I remember being happy they kicked out of each other's finishers, but this was Michelle McCool's last match, and it was like, I think loser leaves WWE. That was the stipulation. It was a C. It was not a great match at all. We'll go... Let's go, man, I don't know. We'll go here with that one. No disrespect. There were some really good Divas matches that year. This was not among them. Sheamus Mark Henry, I thought was a pretty good match, actually, even with the count-out finish. Like, they protected Sheamus with the count-out, but Mark Henry still won. I like that. We'll go, I think Orton and Mark is better. I'll go here with that one, although it is a good match. Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler, part 1 for Mania, was not good. But it's the best of those 3 matches because at least Stone Cold Steve Austin was involved. So we'll go bottom of D, but above their other encounters. Orton and Miz from the Royal Rumble. Again, a good match, riddled with interference, but whatever. We'll go bottom of C for that one, or bottom of B. Good match, hardly anything worth noting, though. Still more memorable than some of these other matches. Miz and Riley was fine. I thought the match was okay. I'll go top of C because I remember the match. The video package was great. They did nothing to capitalize on that at all. And Riley's push went right down the fucking toilet. But the match itself was, we'll go here with that because I think Riley winning was great. And then there was just no follow-up. Money in the Bank ladder match for Raw. These are A matches. I will go... probably go above Del Rio Edge, but below's Punk and Del Rio from Survivor Series. The SmackDown one I thought was even better. I will put that above Punk and Del Rio. I thought they had a very good match. That Money in the Bank match was great. Ray and Cody, the rematch. I'll get to the original match, their original encounter a little bit later, but their rematch, which was the Falls Count Anywhere match, was actually really good. Cody won the first 2 matches, I think. This might have been even better than the Mania match, to be honest. I will go top of B for that. Their Mania match is not far behind. Orton and Barrett from TLC. It was a tables match. Again, good match. Let's go above the tag match from Vengeance, but below even Beth. It's probably better than that, but I'll throw the women a bone and have them go over Orton and Barrett. Let's see. Orton and Christian, World Heavyweight Championship, Capital Punishment. Let's see. Good match. All their matches were fucking great, so I'll go above. Let's see. I'll go top of B. No, I'll go bottom of A, because all their matches were awesome. I mean, Del Rio and Edge was probably better, but at least this match was still great. Christian and Orton from Survivor Series, still one of the best matches of the year. Don't at me. I will go above. I'll go below Cena, Punk, and then Christian and Orton. That match was great. Orton and Cody Rhodes from Vengeance. Again, a good match that Orton unnecessarily won, I believe. We'll go B on this one. It's better than that tag match. Orton and Barrett, I remember more fondly. This was kind of whatever, so I'll go bottom of B for that. Orton and Punk from Extreme Rules, Last Man Standing. A great match. I think they're even better than their Mania match. This was an A quality match for me. They had great chemistry together. Orton won all their fucking matches, but whatever. Let's see. I'll put it above the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. And then their Mania match is also in the A category. I really, really like that match. But I will put it below that one. Yeah, I'll put it. I think it was better than Edge and Del Rio, to be honest. Del Rio, CM Punk, and Miz, Triple Threat, TLC for the WWE title that December. Another excellent match. This was also A category. I would go, honestly, top of A. I think I like it even more than Edge and Dolph. That was an excellent match. Punk and Rey Mysterio, this was a really underrated match. I fucking love that match from Capital Punishment. Probably one of the only good things from that entire show, aside from Orton and Christian. I will put it below the Raw ladder match, but above Del Rio and Edge from Mania. Rey Mysterio and R-Truth from Over the Limit, I have almost no recollection of this match. They just fed Rey to R-Truth to give R-Truth a win before he lost to Cena at Capital Punishment. That was legitimately the only reason why this match happened. I don't even know if they've had a match since. This was a C-quality match. We will put this... I mean, R-Truth's match with Cena is probably better. It's probably more memorable, too. I'll put it here. I like it more than Del Rio's show. I remember that, even though it was pretty forgettable. Orton and Christian from Over the Limit. Honestly, might be my favorite match of theirs. I'm going to put that there. And then this match there. Yeah, I'll keep that there. Just my opinion. Cody Rhodes and Booker, they went on to have better matches. This was really just an angle, to be honest. Still better than Barrett and Ezekiel, but not great. Booker was far from in his form. Far from being in rare form, excuse me. Cody and Rey, I already mentioned, the rematch was better than the original, but still a very good match. I would go on this one. Below Orton and... Yeah, I'll go there on that one. I think below Beth and Kelly, but above Del Rio and Cena. 2011 Royal Rumble, I used to love this match. It has not aged well at all. It's the only 40-man Rumble they've ever done. They've done a 51, which was also terrible. This had a lot of fucking jobbers in it. We got to go C on this, honestly. We have to go C. It's better than a lot of these other matches. We'll go top of C. It's not one of the worst Rumbles, but there's a lot of fucking jobbers in there. And some fun moments with Del Rio, or not Del Rio winning was whatever, but at the time it was cool. Diesel coming back, Booker T coming back, both great moments. Raw Chamber match. This is an A quality match for me. The SmackDown one was better. I would still put this in the A category. I'll put it above Orton and I'll put it above the Raw ladder match. Still a very good match. Sheamus and Christian, they had 2 matches on pay-per-view. I do not really remember these at all. Obviously, very well wrestled matches, I'm sure. I'll put him above Orton and Miz. I'll put him above that. I'll put him above that. Put him above that. Yeah, I'm sure it's better than Eve and Beth. Put him above that. I just don't really know what the difference is between the 2 matches. They had a match at Hell in a Cell and Vengeance. Christian was never going to fucking win. These were just really matches. Oh, actually, these weren't even for the world title. I thought they were. They were just fucking matches to keep Sheamus busy. These are exactly the same as far as quality, so we'll put... I'm sure the rematch was better. I don't know. So we'll put those there. This squash from Mania, it was Big Show, Santino, Kozlov, and Kane. I think one of them filled in for Kofi. Or Kofi filled in for Kozlov. I don't remember. They took on the core. This sucked. This was like a minute and it was over, so let's put it here. Nothing was worse than Cole and Lawler, so I got to put that bottom. Riley, Ziggler, Morrison, Swagger, for the U.S. title. Very forgettable. I'm sure it was a good match, though. I'll probably put that here. Again, good match. I just don't really remember it at all. I'm sure it's better than a lot of these other matches. I really like Team Orton and Team Barrett from Survivor Series. I like that match a lot, actually. I will go... I'll put it there. Above Orton and Christian from Capital Punishment, but at the bottom of A. I thought that was a really good elimination match overall. Cena and Miz from Mania. Not great. Still considered one of the worst. A lot of these Mania matches are in here. Still considered one of the worst main events in WrestleMania history. Hard to dispute that. So it's got to be in the D category. Let's go. I mean, it's better than that. It's better than that. I mean, it's better than all of these matches. Even though the match is a terrible main event for Mania, it's still a better match than anything else in here, so we'll put it at the top of D. Miz and Lawler actually was not bad, to be honest with you. That was actually a pretty good match. I'll put this in the B category. For what it was actually pretty good. Let's see. We'll put it in between the Sheamus and Christian matches, because why the fuck not? It's actually a fun match for what it was. We get to Survivor Series, Cena and Rock versus Awesome Truth. I enjoyed this. I think the suspense was better than the match itself, hoping Cena would turn. He did not until 2025, and even that sucked. This is still a B-level match. It was, all the excitement around Rock returning to the ring was cool, so we'll go above Del Rio and Cena, but below Rhodes and Ray. Triple H and Punk, I fucking hated this match. No DQ, full of interference. Triple H winning was terrible. We'll go top of D for that. I just fucking hate everything about that. I mean, the match itself was whatever, but it had so much overbooking, it was ridiculous. Triple H and Kevin Nash, honestly, not terrible. I will put this in C. It could have been a lot worse. I will put it above... I mean, it wasn't bad. I'll put it below Layla and Michelle, but above R-Truth and Ray. Taker and Triple H, I didn't like the match at the time. It has grown on me. Obviously, a great match. This is definitely in the S category. We'll put it below Orton and Christian, Cena and Punk. We'll put it 3 in the S category. I feel like that's fair. What the fuck is that? Kofi and Dolph from Capital Punishment for the U.S. title. I don't really remember the match all that well. We will put this in the C category, too. I'm sure they've always worked well together. I remember Miz and Riley more. We'll put it there. We'll put it above the tag title match from Night of Champions. Let's see. Ziggler and Morrison from Survivor Series was better. I remember that match. At least a B. Probably better than Orton and Miz, to be honest with you. We'll put that one there. I'll even put it above the tag match from Vengeance. And I'll put it above Orton and Rhodes, too. I don't really remember that all that well. And then Zack Ryder and Ziggler, I love that match. That was where Ryder won the United States Championship, and they had an excellent match. I would put that in the A category for sure. I'd put it above that. 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 I would put it above that. I mean, I don't know. I just love this match. A lot of Punk matches here. We'll break these up. I'll put it there. I'll put it below Orton and Punk from Extreme Rules, but above Punk and Orton from WrestleMania. That might be a hot take, but whatever. So here is my list of every pay-per-view match from 2011 for WWE. Starting from the very bottom, working your way to the top here. The Miz and Jerry Lawler, Kiss My Foot match from Over the Limit in 2011. Jim Ross and Lawler versus Cole and Swagger, country whipping match, terrible. Cole and Lawler from Mania. The 8-man tag team match from Mania, which was a complete squash, which Core was just buried 6 feet under with that one. Snooki, Morrison, and Stratus versus Lay Cool and Ziggler. Wade Barrett and Ezekiel Jackson from Over the Limit, I believe. Kelly and Brie Bella for the Divas title from Money in the Bank. Cena and Miz from Mania. Triple H and Punk, no DQ, Night of Champions. Barrett and Ezekiel, IC title from Capital Punishment. Rhodes and Booker, IC title from TLC. Big Show, Mark Henry from Money in the Bank. Del Rio, Big Show from Capital Punishment. R-Truth and Rey Mysterio from Over the Limit. Triple H and Kevin Nash, I almost said slobber knocker match. It says sledgehammer match from TLC. Sledgehammer ladder match. What a fucking step. Layla versus Michelle McCool from Extreme Rules 2011. Cody versus Teddy DiBiase. It's probably a better match than Michelle McCool. I was going to move it down, but we'll leave it there. Cody and Ted from Night of Champions for the IC title. John Cena versus R-Truth for the WWE title, Capital Punishment. Air Boom versus Awesome Truth, Tag Team titles, Night of Champions. Kofi and Ziggler for the United States Championship from Capital Punishment. A lot of Capital Punishment matches down below here. Not a very good show at all. Let's see. Big Show Mark Henry World Heavyweight Championship from Survivor Series. Big Show Mark Henry World Heavyweight Championship from Vengeance. I don't think there are TLC matches on here, and I don't know why. They had a chairs match. I guess whoever made this list did not put that on there. I would probably put it in the same category, maybe even above this one. One of the better chairs matches they've done at that pay-per-view. Cena and Miz. I Quit. WWE title over the limit. Miz and Alex Riley from Capital Punishment. Alex Riley, Dolph Ziggler, Morrison Swagger. U.S. Championship, Night of Champions. Kofi, Sheamus, Tables match, U.S. Championship, Extreme Rules. Kofi Del Rio from Elimination Chamber, the 2011 Men's Royal Rumble match, the only Rumble match that year, the 40-man Rumble. Yeesh. Orton and Miz for the WWE title from Royal Rumble. Punk and Triple H versus Awesome Truth from Vengeance Day. Orton versus Cody from Vengeance, also Vengeance, from that exact same show. Ziggler and Morrison, U.S. Championship from Survivor Series. Orton and Barrett from TLC, Tables match. Eve and Beth, Lumberjill match at Survivor Series for the Divas Championship. Sheamus and Mark Henry from SummerSlam. Christian Sheamus from Hell in the Cell. Miz, Lawler, WWE title Elimination Chamber. Sheamus and Christian, Vengeance Day. Orton and Henry, World Heavyweight title from Hell in a Cell. Del Rio, Cena, Last Man Standing, WWE title, Vengeance. Awesome Truth versus Cena Rock from Survivor Series. Cody Ray from WrestleMania. Beth Kelly for the Divas title from SummerSlam. Orton and Henry from Night of Champions, World Heavyweight Championship. Punk, Cena, Del Rio, Triple Threat, WWE title, Hell in the Cell at Hell in the Cell. Orton and Christian, World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. Del Rio, Cena, WWE title, Night of Champions. Wade Barrett versus Daniel Bryan, SummerSlam. Rey Mysterio and Cody Rhodes, Falls Count Anywhere match at Extreme Rules. Now on to the A category. Orton and Christian, Capital Punishment, World Heavyweight title. Team Orton, Team Barrett, Survivor Series, Elimination match. Del Rio and Edge, World Heavyweight title, WrestleMania. CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio at Capital Punishment. The Raw Money in the Bank ladder match with Kofi, Ray, Bourne, Del Rio, Truth, Swagger, Riley, and Miz. Money in the Bank, of course. The Raw Elimination Chamber match from Elimination Chamber with Cena, Sheamus, Truth, Orton, Punk, and Morrison. Punk and Orton from WrestleMania. Zack Ryder and Dolph for the U.S. Championship from TLC. Orton and Punk, Last Man Standing match from Extreme Rules. Punk and Del Rio for the WWE title Survivor Series. The SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match from Money in the Bank with Kane, Sin Cara, Daniel Bryan, Wade Barrett, Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, Sheamus, and Cody Rhodes. John Cena versus CM Punk, Triple H special guest referee, WWE title from SummerSlam. Cena, Miz, Morrison, Triple Threat, Steel Cage, WWE title from Extreme Rules. Ziggler Edge, World Heavyweight title from Royal Rumble. Del Rio, Punk, and Miz, Triple Threat for the WWE title from TLC. It was a TLC match. And then finally, the, in my opinion, 6 best matches from 2011 in WWE on pay-per-view. The SmackDown Elimination Chamber match, Kane, Big Show, Rey Mysterio, Edge, Drew McIntyre, and Wade Barrett for the World Heavyweight title at Elimination Chamber. Cena, or Christian rather, versus Del Rio ladder match from Extreme Rules for the World Heavyweight Championship that was vacant at the time. Christian Orton, a no-holds-barred match for the World Heavyweight Championship from SummerSlam. Triple H, Undertaker, no-holds-barred from WrestleMania. Orton and Christian, World Heavyweight Championship from Over the Limit, their best match in my opinion. And of course, the undisputed number 1, CM Punk versus John Cena, WWE title for Money in the Bank. That is my list. Thank you again to Arlene Pinnell, definitely botching the pronunciation of the name. Thank you to them for putting this together on tierlistmaker.com. I will include the link down below in the description box if you want to fill it out for yourself. Pretty extensive list, so I appreciate you watching either parts of it or the entire video. Thank you so much. And also down below in the description box, more information on how to become a WrestleRant All Access Pass channel members to get videos like this early and ad-free. Also, be sure to like the video and share the video as well. Subscribe and be sure to hit that notification bell to be notified every time we upload new content and every single time we're live here on the channel. Until next time, folks, I'm Graham G.S. Matthews. Have an awesome one, and I'll catch your ass down the road.